comes to winter pastimes in Minnesota, we think of ice skating, snowboarding, and skiing. How about log rolling? The folks at Key Log Rolling spend their summers on lakes and ponds, but when the weather turns cold, they go inside. And each winter, more and more people join them. In this week's Finding Minnesota, John Lauritsen takes us to St. Paul, where one family's invention is rolling along, helping grow the sport across the country.
It's like going for a run, but it's in the water.
Running is what you do when you're an expert. Baby steps are what you take when you're just learning, and sometimes that's followed by a big splash.
So when your mom's a 7-time world log rolling champion, you pretty much have to go into this, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very unique sport. Kids everywhere love it. So if your mom's a champion in it, why not?
The sport runs in Abby Delaney's family. It's the reason she co-founded Key Log Rolling and the reason she co-invented the key log.
It's probably the closest you're ever going to get to walking on water.
Abby and her family were using 500-pound cedar logs for competitions, but those aren't easy to transport. So with the help of some engineering students, they came up with this, a log essentially made out of hard plastic that can fit on your car and can be easily hauled into swimming pools.
So it weighs 65 pounds. You put it in the water, you fill it up with water. That gives the weight back to it, and so you can, roll and stay on top of it. We developed training fins, which are basically like training wheels for log rolling.
They've sold more than 1,000 logs across the country. Members of the Minneapolis Log Rolling Club train on them.
People that like yoga or anything that calms your mind, I think log rolling is a great combination of a really good cardio workout and focus.
How much fun is it to watch them go flopping in the water while you're still standing on the log?
It's kind of fun, especially if you know them and then they fall in bad or they have a big fall. It's kind of funny.
Some of the best log rollers in the world are from Minnesota and Wisconsin, but the sport doesn't come easy. Core strength, balance, agility, and concentration are vital. If you're off on any of those, you'll end up in the water, like I did at the state fair. This time we started with dry land training because small, quick steps are key.
So just practice this right here. I know it seems silly, just practice it.
The pool was a different story.
Forward, little step forward, little step forward. Yep, right up on top, back, forward, little step forward, little step forward.
But once you learn to just roll with it, it becomes addicting.
Get those feet going. Yep, right up on top, John. Be nice and fluid. I don't know what it is, but there's something about log rolling that really captivates people's imagination.
Which is why Abby loves bringing an ancient sport to modern times. Her dream is to see log rolling become part of the Olympics.
Like your heart rate spikes really high as soon as you get on there and you start rolling. It's fun. We have families that are learning together. It's really fun for parents to learn a new sport right alongside their kids.
In St. Paul, John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
John's quite graceful, isn't he? Key Log Rolling has started more than 500 log rolling programs in 49 states so far. If you'd like to learn more, just head to WCCO.com. Glad he brought back that state fair clip, too. Good memory.